New terrifying underwater discovery in Antarctica that scares scientists. The world beneath the waves has long been a realm of mystery, captivating the human imagination with its uncharted depths and enigmatic inhabitants. Recent underwater expeditions have uncovered a series of astounding discoveries that have left scientists and adventurers alike both amazed and intrigued. From strange creatures to ancient sunken cities, let's delve into the remarkable findings that have illuminated the secrets of the deep. The Popocatépetl volcano in Mexico is shown in a drone footage, releasing ash and gases into the settlements that are close. Researchers have discovered a mud volcano in the Arctic seas of the Barents Sea, close to the Norwegian island of Bjørnøya, also known as Bear Island. The researchers believe the discovery may reveal information about the interior of the Earth and the early habitats that existed on the planet. The volcano, which has been given the name Borealis Mud Volcano, may be found more than 1,300 feet below the surface and is located approximately 70 nautical miles south of Bear Island. The volcano is approximately 23 feet broad and 8 feet tall, and it's situated with a crater that is nearly 1,000 feet wide. According to the findings of scientists, the volcano consistently emits a liquid that is high in methane gas. They assume that the volcano was caused by a natural rupture that abruptly released methane 18,000 years ago after the end of the most recent ice age. Of all the Norwegian waters, the Borealis Mud Volcano is only the second mud volcano to be discovered. The Haakon Mosby volcano was the first one found, and it wasn't detected until the year 1995. Researchers have referred to the volcanoes like this as unique and unusual due to their rarity. Mud volcanoes, in contrast to traditional ones, do not typically erupt with lava, but rather with water and fine sediments from depths of a few hundred to several thousand feet below the sea surface. It's the goal of scientists that the discovery of the Borealis Mud Volcano, which produces methane gas, would assist in the advancement of their understanding of the influence that emissions have on ecosystems. The significance of the discovery was emphasized by the investigators, as the examination of mud volcanoes offers insights about the conditions that existed in the early stages of Earth's history. On the summits of dormant underwater volcanoes, massive sponges can be found. The central Arctic Ocean is one of the most oligotrophic waters on Earth, yet it is home to enormous sponge gardens atop seamounts. Seemingly, they eat fossils of animals that are now extinct. The sponges can use this fluff for food and energy thanks to the help of microorganisms. Researchers from Bremerhaven, and Kiel, along with colleagues from around the world, uncovered this biodiversity hotspot during a Polar Stern mission. They highlight the importance of learning more about Arctic ecosystems and individuality that in light of global and regional shifts. Light inhibits the growth of algae, therefore very little food is made down in the depths below the permanently ice-covered Arctic Ocean. Scientist and expedition leader Antje Boetius of the Max Planck Institute for Marine Microbiology and the Alfred Wegener Institute, Helmholtz Center for Polar and Marine Research said, "We found massive sponge gardens thriving on top of extinct volcanic seamounts at the Langseth Ridge, but we did not know what they were feeding on." In order to determine how sponges adapt to the most nutrient-poor environment, mission samples were analyzed by first author Teresa Morganti, a sponge expert from the Max Planck Institute for Marine Microbiology in Bremen. Morganti says, "Our investigation demonstrated that the sponges have microbial symbionts that can utilize ancient organic materials. This allows them to eat the worm tubes made of protein and other trapped detritus from the seamount's long-gone residents." One of the earliest animal species discovered was the sponge. Despite this, they are thriving and numerous in all oceans, from the shallow reefs of the tropics to the depths of the Arctic. In a symbiotic connection, many sponges host a diverse microbial community that helps maintain the sponge's health and nutrition by, among other things, making antibiotics, exchanging nutrients, and eliminating waste. The Geodia sponges, which were the dominant species on the Arctic seamounts, are included in this category. In order to determine the sponge's diet, size, and age, Teresa Morganti collaborated with Utrecht University expert Anna de Kleifer in the Alfred Wegener Institute's lab. They discovered that thousands of years ago, a diverse ecology thrived thanks to nutrients seeping up from the ocean floor. After they all but vanished, their remains lingered on, and these are now the foundations of this improbable sponge garden. The microorganisms examination confirmed the researchers' hypothesis. Researchers at the Geomar Helmholtz Center for Ocean Research in Kiel found that the microorganisms there have just the right toolbox for this habitat, as explained by lead researcher Ute Henschel. For example, the microbes have the genes to digest refractory particulate and dissolved organic matter and use it as a carbon and nitrogen source, and there are a number of chemical energy sources available there. In order to protect, one must have insight. Located not too far from the North Pole, Langseth Ridge is a mountain range that can only be reached by diving beneath the ocean's always frozen surface. In that area, sponge biomass was similar to that found on shallower sponge grounds that received a lot more nutrients. The environment here is one of a kind. This is unlike anything that has ever occurred in the Central Arctic. Less than 1% of the sponge's carbon demand is met by primary productivity in the overlying water in the study area. Even though this sponge garden is only around for a short time, it is home to a wide variety of organisms, including soft corals, as Ante Betius points out. When it comes to the effects of global warming, the Arctic is among the hardest hit. Due to the challenges of seeing and sampling such ice-covered deep-sea habitats, no similar sponge ground has been identified in the high Central Arctic before this study, Morganti emphasizes. Other researchers worked together to learn as much as they could about this unexpected center of life in the ocean's depths. Betius adds that a better knowledge of hotspot ecosystems is essential for protecting and managing the unique diversity of these Arctic seas under pressure, as sea ice cover quickly declines and the ocean environment changes. While talking about some more mysterious underwater discoveries, in the waters of Japan, tales of mermaid-like creatures known as ningans have circulated for years. These enigmatic beings are said to reach lengths of up to 90 feet, sport flippers or tails instead of legs, and their features are minimal, with only their eyes and mouths discernible. These creatures, often spotted at night and blending seamlessly with their surroundings, have now ignited discussions about their existence and possible populations in the Arctic. A silent force that sends ripples through ecosystems, the red tide phenomenon starts innocently enough with a subtle discoloration of water, culminating in a dark shade reminiscent of blood. However, the algae causing this phenomenon unleash toxins that wreak havoc on marine life and even humans. The red tide's eerie silence adds to its mystique, and its allure has drawn scientists and adventurers alike, despite the destruction it leaves in its wake. Deep beneath the East China Sea lies an underwater city that once thrived over 1,300 years ago. Despite its centuries-long submersion, intricate carvings and stunning architecture have been remarkably preserved. The ancient city, covering nearly 40 square miles, offers a glimpse into the achievements of ancient China, attracting divers and tourists eager to explore this sunken metropolis. In the Black Sea, archaeologists made an astonishing discovery: the world's oldest sunken ship, a Greek merchant vessel dating back 2,400 years. This incredibly well-preserved find offers a window into the past, revealing details about ancient trade routes, craftsmanship, and life during that era. The ship's impeccable preservation has left historians and researchers awestruck by its insights. Hey, that's all for today's video, but we'll be right back with more soon. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching.